So first, no, the scenario we automated, we implemented in the get API test step definition. Even instead of giving here this one, you can give directly in the precondition itself. The precondition you can set it is. So how to set the precondition? You can set the endpoint URL here itself. So how to set the endpoint URL here? So set the endpoint URL. In the precondition itself, I am doing how you can do it at RestAssured. So dot. So there is a base path is there. After base URI, what is the next is coming? That you can set with the base path. There is a base path equal to, so you can give this. You can give this. This entire thing you can give it here. This one. This is the one way. And you can give a rest of the so either you can give here, otherwise, what you can do, there is one more before this. This is the query parameter, right? I'm going to explain query parameters. So this I'm going to set a query parameter. So this is the query parameter name and the value is 2. So how can we set in this question mark after whatever is coming, this key value pair, right? How can you set in the given itself? In this given itself, I need to set it. How can you do that? So let me show you that how you are doing that. So how you can set that, all these things. So I can set this with a query parameter is there. So can you see, just type query, see query parameters. So that query parameters you can use to do that. So the query is, the parameter name is page, right? Page. Space and the value is 2, right? Set it to. And you don't need to write here, no, here in the get method inside. You can ignore this. This is the query parameters also. You can use how to set the query parameters. So anything in your URL, you will get a question mark. Question mark after whatever is there, you can set with a query param method you can use. So this is another concept, very important concept, how to set up the query parameters. So in the given policy, this is the given means a precondition, right? Given means precondition. The precondition request body. You are setting the request body. The request body is headers, so query parameters. So these are the and authentication also. Authentication also comes under request body inside. Then when you hit the get method, then you will get the this. You are getting the, you are extracting the response. That response you stored in the resp variable. Otherwise, you can even validate the output response headers also. How to validate the response headers? Let me show you. So response headers, content type. So you can write content type application JSON. What type of data you want, you can write here. So application JSON. This is how you can do that. So see, this dot you can put it here every time if you want. In the same, if you want, you can do that like this. Here also, this one you can put here below, like this, all coming in the one line, one liner. So if you want this also, you can bring it to this one. You can bring this also to all this. Basically organizing, that's it. So this is how you can do that also. Okay. So you can put control shift format. So the code will be formatted. So all will come in one line because so that's the, so it is coming in the single line, but you can understand this, all this, right? And whichever format you like, you can place like that. This is going all in a single line, but you can put in the whatever the way you want. See the method dot 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 it is going, right? That is how you can do that. Any questions here? So we did the assertions till now. Now we need to see the second scenario outline. See, this step is same as here we implemented already, done. Second step, when the request is sent to the server with page number, this one you are also, you have to implement that. So what you can do, so this is scenario we are implementing now, scenario outline. How to implement scenario outline? So you take this one you don't need, this already done, this already done. So you can take this, and go to TD Gherkin, give them, okay, give them. So this no one you already done, no need to worry about that. So we want these things, when, then, and. So these steps we want. This, take those steps and you move that. So this you copy and paste inside this. In this get API. The second scenario I'm automating. So first scenario is done. I'm going for the second scenario. So the second scenario, what is that? The request is sent to the server with the page number. The page number is coming here. Only one, right? One output. So that one output I'm going to write. So what is that output? The page number, only page number, integer page number. So you write int, so you give the page number. So this is the page number you are giving. So that is the one you need to implement it. So this regular expression, this one, regular expression telling this whatever the parameter you have given here, right? This parameter, this page number, that page number is going to come there automatically. So that's the one thing. And you need to implement here, right? You are sending the request. So again, you are sending the request. Again, you have to start your response output. So response equal to, so RestAssured dot, so given. So given method. And then so headers, you can take those headers already we have developed. Header. So give me that headers, all the headers you can know. So the we already developed here. So I'll just copy from here. Okay. So I don't want to. So this headers. Take all the headers. And if you want to query parameter also, you can do that. So query parameter. So query parameter here we hard coded. So then the get method. So then we need a then and content type and extract response. Same thing you can copy this. But here what I'm going to do here is, let me show you this. What I'm now going to do here is, instead of this hard-coded value, I'm going to give this parameter name. You are doing a data-driven testing, right? Scenario outline. So page number 2 will come first time. Second time, page number 1 will come. So that is how you are reading the first page number parameter here. It will come. So this will repeat for page number 1 and page number 2, the same step. Then second step, what it will do is, so validate the response of first user record, having email as this one. Email it will be a string, right? So you can write a string email. So here, string email, only one parameter we have. So for this step, only one parameter, email ID. That email ID you can use it. So then you write the logic for this. So you got response body. So you extract the response body field value. How to extract? So extract the response body field value. How you can do that? So I already shown you in this one, string email equal to the response variable, this response variable dot, because that's a response inside only, it is there. Path. You take the path. What is the path? You tell the path. So path, and the path you can give. So the path is, so where it is available in the response data in the array. So first array element, first record. So we are using, so data array, right? So within double quotes, right? So data array, first record means data array of dot email. You will get the email from the response body. So that you are storing here. Okay. Then you assert it. So assertions dot assert equals. So assert equals, you can compare, because you are getting your input from the feature file, that is email ID, right? Email ID, and this is the actual email. So email, both you can compare, both are same or not, because you are given parameter. This parameter you are given in the feature file here. So can you see here? This is the feature file you are given here, right? This one. So this is I am validating here. So then that is the one step we have completed. So validation also done. Next, this and belongs to this then only. You have to write then only here. Right, then validation. This is the validation means I told you. Verifications you can use with the then keyword only. That's what I told you. So then keyword is used to do verifications. So this how you can see. This is the numbers validation. Numbers validation that we have to use not string, integer. Integer you have to use. Now get the response status code I already written here. So right, this one, this code. These are all utility methods you can develop. Utility methods you can develop, and you can write this. So here we are hard coding, but here I'm parameterizing, because this status code you are getting from the feature file. That's it. So response status code. So response status code. This is the, you can give otherwise a differentiation. So just give resp code you can give otherwise. Resp code you can give this, you can actual, and this is the expected. So this is the expected. Expected is coming from this feature file. So that's how to automate your scenario outline. So scenario outline, this page view parameter. So that parameter name is coming here. See the page number. Then email. So this email is coming from here. This email ID. And also this status code also coming from here. That's the status code you're getting here. So all these are parameters in your feature file that you are using as a method parameter. That's a scenario outline how we automate it. Then, so we have a next scenario. So let's take the next scenario. So what is the next scenario? Get single user, right? Get single user. So this, all this, you take it and put it inside the TD Gherkin. To get the Gherkin code, we are getting the Gherkin code. So see the Gherkin code, you copy all this Gherkin code. For the next scenario, I'm just going for the next scenario. So copy paste this Gherkin code. This is how each scenario, how you can automate it. So put below. So put it here and you start from here, given, so when, and then, so this when is, and is belongs to then. That's it. Now, in the given step, so you have to again set up this step name is different, right? Sir, I already set up here, given my base URL and other things. Why I need to set up again, you can ask, right? So the same thing you can use, right? So the step is different, the step name is different. That's why you have to implement this. So to implement that, you take it. So the same thing, you can get user endpoint, you can put it these two things there. So put it here. So do we have anything in the config.properties file, single user not found? Nothing is there. Single user is not there. Same endpoint. So that's why I don't need to bother about that. Same you can use. Then the request is sent to the server to fetch a single user. So the request you are sending means, again, you have to do rest equal to, so all the code you write, same code, whatever we have, RestAssured.given, all this, you can do that. So copy from here. So everything not required, only RestAssured dot. Query parameter is not there for this. So please understand that the query parameter is not there, right? Query parameter is not there here. For the get single user query parameter is not there. Dot. So you have to give when. So when method, then get method. Get method you are calling. So just getting the, so the /2, right? This is just a /2. So you can give your second phase, you are just giving dot. So dot, then. So dot, then you can use get method after then. So then you can use content type. Sorry. After the then content type. Why? All right. So let me go to next line. So then method. This is the then method. Then content type. So you can write application JSON, right? Application JSON you are expecting. You can put that. Application JSON you are expecting. So then extract the output. So extract. There are so many methods. Then response. Extract the response and store in the REST variable. Because basically you can use that in the other methods. This response you can use in the other methods. Now I'm going to use here. Validate the response. So body field you told, right? And this one you already have. Status code 200, already we have, right? So this one we already have. Duplicate this one. You don't need to develop the duplicates. So you can set here. If it is already there, you don't need to implement. First, it is there in the 28th line. So that you don't need to implement again, right? You don't need to implement next. The next line 65 is there. So you don't need to implement. You can remove this step. So duplicate step not required. Now which step is not there, that you implement. Already implemented step you don't need. So here, if you go here, this step, validate the response status code is there even in the first scenario. See this? Same scenario, same step. Here also same step. So that we already implemented here for first step, the step. You don't need again in the, if it is repeating. No need to develop again. So now you need to develop this, validate the response body fields. That's very important. So validate the response body fields. You have to validate. So how you can validate the response fields? So you have to use the data table concept. This is the data table, right? Please understand. The step below, if you give the input, that is called data table concept. If you give here in the example section, that's a normal parameters. But this one is called data table concept. How to call this data in my step definition. So that you have called data table is the data type and values. You get all the values. So now you take up. It is going to return list of list of list all the string values it returns, and you store this. So this returns data table T capital. So import this data table. See, io.cucumber data table. So this is the one you have to choose that. This is the kind of all the values you will get. So many values, right? Many values where you can store in the list. So the return type you can observe here. So just observe this values dot. So as list method you select. See, as list method is returning what type of data? List of list. See, data table you can observe there. List of list it is returning. You can observe here all these things. List of string. This one. This is the one it is returning. As lists it is returning. So as list. So this you have to take a list of list. So that you need to write a return type. What is the return type? So list of string. So, and you give the name, okay, ls equal to. So it's a list of list it is giving, and import this java.util package, right? So all the values you got it here in this. So why list of list? Because you can give n number of values here. So one more row you can give, one more row you can give. So these are these are many elements, right? This is a one row, but many columns. That's why list of list. So in this list, another list of elements are there. That's meaning of that. List of list means. So that I'm storing in this ls variable. Now you get whatever the values you want. So you will get this single user, right? Single user, where is that single user? Get single user. So you execute this. This is the one you are getting. Data, you can get ID, you can get email, you can get first name, you can get last name, all this. So the response dot data dot ID. So from response, you need to get that. So how can you get that, all the values? So let's go and do that. So one by one you will get. So let's get let's fetch the response data. When you fetch, see that. So this is the ID. ID is an integer, right? So I have to get int ID value equal to where it is available in the response. Response dot. What is the response after the path data? Data, right? Response dot path. Response dot path. Complete path you have to give. The path is. So what is the path? Data dot ID. This is the entire thing is a response object. Response object dot path is data dot ID. This is how you can print it. If you want, you can print the values. So these are very important concept. How to fetch the response output into values, into variables. So you can put a global variables also. You can use that value wherever you want in multiple methods if you want to use. But I'm making it as a local variable for this method, ID value. But if you want to make, you can make it. So ID value is. So print that ID value. Right? So this is the one. Next, you assert that. So you can assert that, right? How to assert? So you already given here. You already given here. So this is the ID value, right? This is the ID value. You need to get it. How can you get it? So this value is stored now here in the your array. This collection. This collection, it is there. So this collection, how you can assert that? This actual value and this expected value, it is there in this LS collection. How you will get it? Let's see. Assertions dot assert equals see. So you will get LS dot get of 0, first row dot get of first column. First column means that is the one. And here you have to give ID value. But this one returns a string, right? But here this one is integer. How can you convert this string into integer? How can you convert string into integer? Primitive integer format. How can you convert?
Using wrapper classes.
What is the formula?
So int equal to integer dot % of string name.
So that is the one you have to use. So these are the concepts it will be. Now I will write here directly. Integer wrapper class dot parseInt amazing, and I'm putting everything in the body. What is missing? Less missing. And here you put a bracket inside. Any confusion here? So LS is the collection first row, first column. First row, first column. First row means this is the first row. What is the first column here? 2. So 2 you are getting. That's what I did here. So collection, first row, first column. This is the get of 0 is row. Another get of 0 is column. So that is the ID value. It's a first validation. Now fetch the email. So next, fetch the email. See here you have email, right? This email. So this email, data.email. So write that. Same thing, right? It's a string. Okay, it's a string. So you can say email val equal to resp.path. What is the path? Data.email. Resp.path data.email. So that's the very easy way you can get up. So this is how you can get a response output into your variables. Then you validate. So these concepts you have to tell them. These concepts you need to talk in the interviews. They will ask how you can validate your response data. The response data means this one. This is the one, response object data. So there's a response object data, response object, JSON object. In that, these are the parameters: ID 1 parameter, email 1 parameter, all this. I'm getting all of them. So for your practice purpose, email. So value is you can get the email val. Do the same assertions. So do the assertions. But this time it is a second, right? You don't need integer. It's a string. You don't need parseInt. Why you don't need? You're getting integer only. You're getting string only here. So, but here, what is the column number here? What is the column number? Email in which column? Email is in which column?
1.
That means second column. So you have to give 1. And you have to give this email value. first row, first column. First row, second column. First row, second column. So you will get the email value. So that's how to next. Same way, fetch the first name. Same code you can write and you can change it. So otherwise we don't want to waste time. So quickly you can finish. Same, right? Only change here. Instead of email, you can put. So what is that? First underscore name. Copy this. You can give the same parameter you do. So this I can give first name value. Right? First name and capital I'll keep. So if you want, you can keep capital letter. So you can follow the naming conventions. So first name value. So put it here, and here it will become 2. So this is the in this array second. This is the one 0, 1, 2 is the first name. So that I'm using that. Next, last name also fetch the same way. See how easy it is, right? All this. So simple, very simple concepts. And it's not a complicated also. Last name. Last name value. So we can give last name. So this will become 3. So here you can give last name. So this is how you can get all the fields validation. This is the fields validation with the data table concept. With the data table, how you can validate the response body. And if you give in the feature file, so in the feature file scenario below, if you give it this like this, how you can read this data, you can do that with a data table concept. Okay, so this is the one important thing. So next, what is the next one? So this scenario done, right? This scenario done. So this scenario done. So next, what is the next scenario? So this one. So you can go and copy paste this. So here, TD Gherkin, you can copy paste that. TD Gherkin, you can copy paste. See, you got that again. So this each step is different. If it is different, you have to implement them. So copy paste them in the step definition file. So implement again. From below you can paste it. So below you can paste it. So this one. So provide valid endpoint to fetch single user not found. This step is not there. So you have to implement. So let's implement this. Same thing, you copy paste single user not found. So thing you can implement this one. You can just copy paste and the endpoint here and you can give that. So here this one is single user not found is this one endpoint name. So that you can give here. So this is the endpoint name, right? Get single user not found, whatever is there, you will get it, right? So, but that is going to get, please understand the APIs. Single user not found. I am getting only 3 users, but you have to give this in the get method. 2, 3 you have to give. So that 2, 3 you give it, right? You give the 2, 3. So I'm going to give 2, 3 in the response. So wherever I am calling that response, I will give single user not found. The request sent to that single user not found. Same concept. You can write this. So this one, you copy paste that. But here you will give 2, 3. That's it. Remaining everything is similar. There is no difference there. So did we give here 2, 3 also? Oh, we have given here. So that then you don't need to give here. So you just get method empty method. Directly you are setting everything here in this endpoint URL. So base path. So base URL is the server URL. After that, whatever the base path, next path that you can set with this one, and that you are reading this endpoint you set in the config.properties, your endpoint URL you set it here, that you are calling with the read property method. So that all the basics. So this is all the precondition. The precondition you can set with a given. Now in the when you are setting up that, then you have to status code, you have to validate. How you can validate the status code? So this is a data table is there again, right? Here also data table is there. How you can validate the data tables? So I already told this is the data table, right? This is the data table concept. The step below you have given, step below you have given 404. So that is the data table. Again, write the data table concept. Only one is there. So you write here data table. So that the data table, and you can see expected RESP code. Expected response code. This is the expected. You are expecting this response code. So this is the code data table, and you write. So you can write the data table code again. How you can write a data table code? As I already mentioned, right? So data tables, how you can write? This is the single one, not multiple, right? You can write list of string. You'll get a list of string. So you can put ls equal to. So this data table name dot as list method. As list is different, as list is different. Please understand. As list returns a list of string. There is a as lists, lists, that is returning the list of string. So please understand the difference. If one is there, you can use as list. If more than one columns are there, you can use as lists or as list. If single is there, you use as list. If multiple are there, you can use as lists. So that's the main difference you need to catch. Why I have written here? So why I have written here data table concept here, right? List of list. Why we have written here? Because there are many columns are there. That's why we have written one list inside another columns you are storing row and columns. That's why you are using a list of list, and here as lists, but here as a list only one. So please understand that difference. If only one row, one column is there, you can use the as list. Now fetch the response code. So in actual, resp code equal to resp dot get response status code. Now you got the, so you just validate. So assertions you add. So assertions dot assert equals. So this assertions is a mandatory. How can you validate? If I ask you, you have to tell this. Assertions using assert equals, we are validating the response status code. But this is a string, right? ls dot get of 0, right? But how you can convert it? Again, I told you there the same. So you use integer dot parsing. So what this method will do? You're giving the ls dot get of 0. This is a string you are giving. String will be converted into primitive integer format, and this is also integer. Both the same data type you have to pass. You cannot do This is a integer primitive and this is a string you cannot pass. If you pass a string, what will happen? It will not compare, because you have to pass same data type, then only it will compare. So that's all the validations are done. So this is how you need to implement your scenarios in the step definitions. So let's implement the runner file. We'll run this file. Okay, runner. Where is the runner? So this is the runner. So create a class, new class, runner, test runner class. Test runner class you create. Let's run this. Okay, let's run this so that you can understand, right? So go to our blog, and copy this runner file. So where is the runner file? So take the runner file. After all the step definitions, there is a runner file. This is the runner file. As it is, you copy paste this entire thing. We'll change that till here. So from here to here. That's it. So this path I will change. This path I will change. This is not the path, right? My feature file path I will change it. So this is the one, my path. Right click. So properties, I'll get this. This entire path I will give. So I'll give it here. So after that, you have a src test Java, then feature. So that's a feature. So go to the end. Feature, not features, feature I have given folder name. In this feature, how many feature files are there? All feature files it will take automatically. So see this, till project path, then src, test, Java after feature folder. Feature folder inside, what all the feature files are there? All feature files it will take. Then next, step_def. The glue keyword will tell you where is your step definition. So this is the step_def. So same package name I am giving for in the glue equal to package name. Your step definition package name. Plugin pretty HTML : target folder. This is the target folder you have, right? Have a target folder here. Target folder inside. I want report.html report name. HTML report I want under this target folder. So JSON output I want cucumber.json file under JSON output folder. It will create in the your project below. One folder will create a JSON_output folder will create. Under that folder, this cucumber.json will store. Then JUnit_XML another folder will create automatically. Under that folder, this cucumber.xml file will generate. So this is the reports related plugin cucumber option you can use. Features option will tell you where your feature files are there. Glue will tell you where your step definition files are there. Plugin will tell you how you want reports, where you want reports, that report names and the path you can give in the plugin cucumber options. Dry run false. I'm putting a dry run false because the mapping is there or not, it will check. If it is there, I don't need to again put a true. So you have done all mapping, feature file and step definition file mapping is done properly. You don't need to do that. If you are having a doubt, you make it a true and it will check any no configuration is wrong or monochrome equal to true. If you put a monochrome equal to true, displays the console output in a proper readable format. Publish equal to true and step notifications equal to this. This I will tell you this later. And tags, I'll tell you the tags. So this is the tags I'm giving here, right? Smoke or regression line. So these are the tags you can run. So that's a tags, another keyword. So let's run this. Okay, you right click on this runner file. Right click on the runner file. Run as unit test. It will start running your scripts. Otherwise, you do maven clean, maven install, that you can do that also. That also you can do. I think, is it executing? So this is the output. This is the unit report you're getting, but it didn't execute. I'll do one thing. So right click on the form.xml. So run as maven clean. First to do maven clean, so that it will be easy for us. Build success. Then right click, run as maven install. Maven install. It will start executing your, see, test started executing. See, this is the displaying. Otherwise, it will be done. So it's already done. You can see the output. Build is success. So the output also you can see. Test run 23. All the step names, different methods it is showing. So this is the one you view your Cucumber report here. See, you can get the Cucumber report here. You can go and get this report here. Okay. So you can see the report also. See, all each scenario name is printing in the output, and the each step, what is that method in the step definition. Can you see here? In the step definition, what is the method? This step is represented by what is the method there. And clearly it is displaying method name, and each step name and method name it is showing in the clearly for you. So that's the how you can see that. So let's go and see the report. You will get the Cucumber reports like this. See, 100% passed, 5 executed, a minute ago, and 2.99 seconds it is completed. So you can see, expand this. You can see step by step. See, pass, all green color. See, very clear report you will get. So this is the beauty of a Cucumber. That's why everybody uses this Cucumber. See how nicely each step status it is showing. Okay, so this is the how our report is going to be shown. Same you can see here. So target folder inside you can see report.html. This also you can use. Right click, properties, and same thing you can open. Same report, whatever the report you are seeing now, the same report it will be. We are storing in the here. Same report, right? This is the same report. Same report only we are putting on our own. See the example section. This is the data table concept. Everything data table concept. Okay. So this is the how your report will be. There is a XML file also. Let me show you XML file also. I told you this is XML file, right? And this is an output. So whatever we have given in this, can you remember here? Plug in JSON output folder. So this is the JSON output folder. Even XML file. Let me show you XML file. This is cucumber.xml. This is any name you can give, but I have given cucumber.xml. This is another report. So another report in the XML format. Another report in the XML format. Test case. Request get API feature. Name. Request get API to list all users. Second test case. Request get API to list all users with the scenario outline. So third test case. Request get API to list all users with the scenario outline. So this is the second iteration. First iteration, second iteration. Next test case, get single user. Next test case, get single user not found. See how each step also you can see here. Given, validate the fetch all users, passed. The step name status also you will get here. When the request is sent to the server, passed. Then validate the response status code 200 passed. Like this, each step status also you will get here. Okay, so this is the how you can write and you can see the output. Same you can see in the JSON output also. See JSON output, another report. So this is the third report. So we have specified what are all the reports. That reports also you can get it here. This is the JSON report. But if you have a JSON plugin for Chrome, install the JSON plugin. So it will report, it will show in the JSON format. So we'll install JSON plugin for Chrome. JSON plugin for Chrome. So it will be easy. It will format the so this is the Chrome plugin. Just go here. JSON format. It will format. Add to Chrome. So if you add this extension, it will show in the JSON format. So now you go and just refresh. It will come in the JSON format. Okay, it is asking. This. Asking this, giving a lot of other. Just refresh. Maybe you can close this and open again. So you get a proper JSON format. That's what I'm just. It's not reflected at. Is it? JSON format. So it should come JSON. You will get automatically JSON format like this. So here we are getting the JSON, right? How JSON body it will show like this, all this. It will show like this. In this format, it will show. But anyhow, maybe restart might require. You try it out. It will work out. Okay. So this is the all about so this entire thing. How to automate one complete get call. Right. So tomorrow we'll see the post call. How you can automate the post API. So